Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Sam. If you're not new here, welcome back to another reading vlog that hopefully will go a lot better than the last few I've tried to film. So, today is Monday. I do have to work later today, but I have a lot of reading that I need to do. It's the 17th, I think, today? I could be very wrong on that. Yeah, it's the 17th. Wow, I was right. Okay, so it's the 17th today, which means it's over halfway through the month, and I have read 3 books. So that's not good. I'm actually in the middle of 3 books as well, though, so it's not as bad as it sounds. And we're gonna catch up. The first half of the month I just had like a lot going on, and we were traveling a lot, and the second half of the month should slow down a lot. And wow, I did not realize how pale I was until I looked in the camera. It's fine. I also, every single time I straighten my hair, I regret it. I have naturally straight hair, so I only straighten it to get the frizz out. But I don't like my hair straight. So there's that. Now I'm regretting that I straightened it, but it's fine. It's fine. So let's talk about the books that I'm reading. Okay, so first book that I'm reading that I absolutely have to finish today. This is Kingdom of the Cursed. I am halfway through my reread of this, and my buddy read for Kingdom of the Feared is supposed to start today. So I need to start that today, which means I have to finish this today. My goal is to finish this before I have to go to work, and then I can start this after work. Hopefully. Hopefully. We'll see. But y'all have heard me talk about that series, so I won't go into that. I am also in the middle of The Darkest Star by Jennifer L. Armentrout. This is the like sequel series, spin-off series to the Lux series, which I kind of wish that I had reread the Lux series because I really don't remember a lot, and I feel like I'm missing a lot of things in this book because I don't remember much from Lux. But it's fine. It's fine. I've been reading this one as an ebook because I read it kind of when I'm like on the go. It's my like travel book for now. I also am about, once I finish that, I'm going to start The Burning Shadow. I ended up putting this one on my TBR instead of the other Jennifer L. Armentrout book I had because someone told me that I really wasn't going to like that other series, that it wasn't going to be something I personally would want to read. So this fit the same prompt, so I just went ahead and threw this one on the TBR and took the other one off. The other book I'm reading is my audiobook. So I've been listening to the audiobook of These Hollow Vows in the car on the way to and from work. So I got that from the library audio wise, and I think it's about to be returned, and I'm only like halfway through, so I might need to like listen to that outside of the car a little bit. But that is everything that I am currently kind of reading. We got a lot of reading to do. We got a long way to go with the TBR, and we need to catch up. Other plans for this week, I don't have many, which is good, honestly, because I've had plans for way too long, but I don't know how interesting of a reading vlog this is going to be. I do not plan out my reading vlogs in advance. I just wing it. Sometimes that goes fine. Sometimes that does not go so well. So we might need to make some plans. I do work this weekend though, so there's also that. But we'll see. We'll see. We're gonna try our very best to get an actual reading vlog in and to get it done on time and to finally start getting our routine back. As far as just like general life updates go, I don't know how many people care, but I feel like I haven't like talked to y'all in a while because I've just been doing like little short videos. I haven't really done any vlogs in a while because I've been so busy. We're still living with my parents, which is not ideal. We really thought we would be out by now, and then a couple of things have kind of fallen apart. We don't really have a solid plan at the moment. We had a plan, that the most recent plan fell apart, so now we are just kind of on hold while we come up with a new plan. We're on like plan H at this point. So yeah, I mean there's that. That has made it really difficult, like personally for me. Just like we really want our own space again, and you know, it's just kind of hard to feel stuck right now, so we're trying. We are trying. Other than that, not a whole lot has changed. We have been traveling a little bit. We went to see my husband's family, and then we went camping last weekend. And I've been like settling into my new job, and he's been settling into his job, and now we're just kind of, I feel like we're on hold, so it's made it really difficult to like plan things because we really don't know what's gonna happen next week or next month or next year. Like, we really don't know where the future is headed right now, so it's been very difficult to like make solid plans even a few days in advance, which has made reading vlogs very difficult, and it has also made keeping up with my vlog schedule very difficult. So that's kind of where we're at, and like a partial explanation for why my videos have been a little bit more sporadic and maybe not as high quality lately. It's just been a little bit of a struggle. Motivation has been very low, but I do think health-wise we are on the up again. Definitely think we are seeing the light at the end of the tunnel there, and we are not having quite so many bad days anymore. We're actually having very few bad days now, which is great. So, plan for today. I have to work at 1. It's like 10 now, so I have some time. So I'm gonna read Kingdom of the Cursed. I have to finish this before I leave. I really need to finish this. And I'm just over halfway, so I think I can do it if I focus, which has also been a struggle recently, but we'll see. So I'm probably gonna go read and then make some lunch before I leave. And then I'm gonna go to work. And then hopefully we'll come back and start Kingdom of the Feared. That's the goal. I will see y'all in a little bit. Okay, so it's just before 1. I'm about to go into work. Did not finish Kingdom of the Cursed. Effort was made. Life got in the way. You know how it goes. But I still have like 100-ish pages left, so not that much further. I can definitely finish it tonight. I might not be able to start Kingdom of the Feared tonight, but it's fine. We can start tomorrow. We'll be a little bit behind on the buddy read, but it's okay. We will catch up. I don't have to work tomorrow. We'll catch up. I'm 66% of the way through these Hollow Vows. I'm very unsure how I feel about it, honestly. The whole premise is if you take ACOTAR and mix it with the selection and throw in a love triangle. And I'm just, I feel like concept, cool. Execution, I don't think it's going to be a 5-star read for me. I'm hopeful that we can get up to 4 stars. I feel like right now we're sitting at like a solid 3 stars, but I also feel like I tend to rate audiobooks lower anyways. So I really try hard not to read fantasy romance as an audiobook because I do feel like that kind of ruins it for me a little bit, especially what I'm having trouble with here is the voices. The guys do not sound the way I want them to sound and the way that they would sound in my head if I was reading it myself, and that drives me nuts. So that's why I don't listen to a lot of audiobooks, because I am extremely picky about narrators, and this is not my favorite narrator. So it's fine. It's fine. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna finish it, and then we'll see where we go from there. So I need to go to work now, and I will see y'all in 6 hours. Good morning, everyone. So it is now Tuesday morning. I didn't end up filming last night because I left my camera in the car, but I did finish Kingdom of the Cursed last night, and I forgot how this one ended, and now I'm dying to start the 3rd one. It was so hard not to just pick up the 3rd one, but it was so late last night when I finished it. So we will be starting Kingdom of the Feared today, and I'm so excited, and I might fly through this, and I probably will, honestly, but if it doesn't start the way I'm hoping it does, I'm gonna be so mad. I'm gonna be so mad. But I recently made a friend of mine read this series, and she didn't like it, and I don't understand why, and she watches this channel, so like, you know who you are, and I still don't understand why. This should have been right up your alley. This is right up our alley. I don't understand. But it's fine. I'll forgive you, maybe, possibly. I still think you should give the 3rd one a shot though. But that's what I will be doing today, is reading Kingdom of the Feared for sure. I also would like to listen to more of these hollow vows, because I kind of want to work on a puzzle. And I like to listen to audiobooks while I do puzzles, so I might do that. My brother is visiting, so I told him that I would go play disc golf with him later. So I need to do that. I need to edit a video today. That's got to go up tomorrow. And that's kind of it. So I have a ton of time to like read today. The biggest question here is going to be, can I keep my motivation and my focus long enough to actually get some reading done? Hopefully the answer to that is yes. So I'm gonna get a lot of this read today. I'm not trying to finish it today, but I won't be mad if I do. But I do have a feeling it's not going to take me much longer than like today and tomorrow, because I don't work today or tomorrow. And I have very little self-control with this series. I also read a little bit more of The Darkest Star. I'm about halfway through this now. I've been reading it on my Kindle, so I haven't been reading like this physical copy, but once I finish this, I'm going to start the next one. But I'm kind of trying to decide, because so far this has been my like travel book since it's on my Kindle. But I'm kind of considering finishing it today because I think I could. It's not very long and I'm already halfway through. It's literally like less than 350 pages. So I don't know, I might try and knock that out today just to start getting some finished books on the list, because I feel like we just haven't read as much this month. Like, we're in the middle of a lot of things this month instead of like finishing things. So that's the goal. That's what we're aiming for. I don't have a lot of a plan. I probably need coffee. Coffee would probably be beneficial. So I'm gonna go make some coffee and then I'm going to start Kingdom of the Feared. It's kind of dark over here, but look at how sad this is. I forgot about my iced coffee yesterday and I left it on my bookshelf all day. And it warped it, and I'm so sad. I'm thinking about getting like some white paint to just like cover that up, maybe. But it's real depressing. At least it didn't mess with the books, it just messed with the shelf. But honestly, it would be less expensive to replace a couple of books than to replace this shelf, because this is the one that doesn't move. Like, I can't just get a new shelf. It is part of the whole case as a whole, so hello everyone. So I am flying through this and I knew that would happen. I have a feeling I'll finish it today or tomorrow. I don't know if I want to finish it today or if I want to stretch it out 2 days because it's so good, but I also really don't want the series to end. I am on page 208. And some people get really angry that I tend to use the dust jacket as a bookmark. Sorry, not sorry. Honestly, it's convenient. I do try not to do it too much, especially if it's like a really thick book, because that can mess up the dust jacket. But for a book this size, it's really not that big of a deal. Anyways, absolutely loving this book. It's gonna be my favorite of the 3 for sure. Like, I feel like there were parts of the first 2 that were a little dry, parts that I found myself kind of skimming through a couple of scenes, getting a little bit bored, and obviously there were things in between those that were keeping it interesting. But this one is all action. Like, the whole time I'm just like, oh my goodness, what is gonna happen next? I have to keep going, I have to keep going, I have to keep going. It was so hard to put this down. I think I stopped in the middle of a chapter because I got interrupted. So that was the only thing that made me stop. I probably would have just kept going if I hadn't gotten interrupted. But now that I have like stopped myself, I'm thinking I might take a little bit of a break. So I'm probably gonna fold some laundry, and I just had lunch. My brother should be back home soon, and then we're gonna go play disc golf later, but I don't know exactly what time we're gonna do that because I think he said he needs to change his oil first. Other than that, I guess I could read some more of this just to kind of break it up a little bit. Since I am like buddy reading this, I don't know that I want to fly through it all in one day. Like, I'm already, even though I started later than the buddy read was supposed to start, I'm already ahead of everyone. So I might slow this down a little bit. I could listen to these hollow vows and do the puzzle, which I really want to work on that puzzle because I had to move it and it got all messed up when I moved it. So I've been ignoring it for almost a month now, but I do really want to finish it. So we'll see. We'll see if I decide to attempt that today. But I'm going to go fold some laundry and decide what I'm going to do reading wise. Wednesday now, and yes, I am wearing the exact same outfit as yesterday. And no, I will not be changing. I am comfortable, and I am not leaving the house today, so I don't care. Let's see, what did I do yesterday? I have not read any more of Kingdom of the Weird, but I am going to read more of that this morning. I might finish that today. I might just let myself finish it. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. I did finish These Hollow Vows, though, which, oh my goodness, guys. I went into that book with low expectations, and then my expectations were lowered throughout the first half of the first book. And I think it's because I was listening to it as an audiobook in the car. So I had two things going against me. One, I was trying to pay attention to where I was going. And two, every time I would need to turn or anything, my GPS would start talking, but it wouldn't pause the book. So I was missing things, and I think that was making it less enjoyable. It also took me a very, very long time to warm up to the way the narrator's voice worked with the men in the book. I struggle a lot with narrators, and this was a particularly rough voice for me to get used to. As far as it wasn't matching, the voice was not matching what I was picturing, and I didn't like that. But I've gotten over it. So I finished These Hollow Vows. It ended up going from what I thought was going to be like a 2.5 to 3 stars to at least 4, if not 4.5 stars. And I really think if I had read it physically instead of an audiobook, I probably would have given it 5 stars. Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, These Hollow Vows is very, very similar to ACOTAR, which is exactly how it was promoted. But it's kind of like if you mix A Court of Thorns and Roses with The Selection. So we have our main character, Abriella, and it also almost has like little Cinderella vibes. So she and her sister, I think Jessalyn, something like that, have been like living with this evil person who has 2 daughters who are very mean to the sisters, and they like live in the basement and they have to pay rent to live there, but they can never make enough money, and every time they don't make rent, the rent raises, and then they're stuck there even longer, and they're constantly accumulating debt. So Abriella has started stealing from like the nobility to make rent, but they miss rent one more month, and their mean landlord lady ends up selling her sister to the Fae. So Abriella goes to rescue her sister and finds out that her sister has been sold to the king of the Unseelie Court. And in order to get her sister back, he is demanding that she bring back 3 objects that were stolen from his realm by the Seelie Court. So she has to like infiltrate the Seelie Court, and she ends up in this, basically like The Selection, the prince of the Seelie Court has to choose a wife, and so she is part of this little competition now, as her way into the Seelie Court, and she also meets the rightful heir of the Unseelie Court, and he is training her in her magic, and obviously there's a little bit of a love triangle, there's a lot of bit of a love triangle. It's really, really cool. Like, it's cooler than I thought it was gonna be. I, again, went in with pretty low expectations, but the ending of that book, I immediately started the second one. The second book isn't even on my TBR for this month, and I am already running behind on my TBR, and starting the second book may mean that I'm not going to make it, but that is okay, because I could not wait to pick up the second book. The way that first book ended, I absolutely had to know what happened next, and I've already listened to like 20% of the second book, so there's that. I would highly recommend this now. I didn't think I was going to recommend it, but if you like ACOTAR or The Selection or both, would highly recommend that book. So plans for today. My brother is leaving this morning. Yesterday we went to Second and Charles and looked at some books, which was fun. And then we just kind of hung out like outside by the fire. I didn't really film much of that yesterday. And then I worked on my puzzle and finished These Hollow Vows. Today's plan, I have nothing to do, so I'm going to read more of Kingdom of the Weird. I might finish it. I am for sure going to listen to more of These Twisted Bonds because I am so excited to finish this series. And what else am I going to do? I do have church tonight, but that's not until like 6:30, and that's my only plan. So I need to finish the laundry, and then I just have most of the day to read, and I'm really excited about that, and I want to take the time to just relax today. That's what I want. So that's what we're gonna do. All right, let's go. It's like, I don't know, 4-ish o'clock now. The lighting in here is not going to be great because there's a window behind me, but it's fine. I just finished Kingdom of the Feared, and oh my goodness, this was the perfect third book. Like, I feel like there are so many series where not all of the books are as good as the first one. I feel like the first one's my least favorite of the three, and I still think this one's my favorite. Spice factor, way higher than the first two. This is not a young adult series. It's not. I know it's marketed as young adult. No ma'am. This is for sure new adult. Okay, so spice factor. I loved it. If you saw my video like a while ago, I did one on how I rate like smut and the level of it and all that stuff, and like 1 through 5. I did a whole video on that. So if you're interested, I'll link that below. But I would put this book at like a 3.5 to 4, which is exactly where I like books to be. I like that 3 to 4 range. If you don't want to go watch the whole video, a 3 is something like A Court of Mist and Fury, and a 4 is something like The War of Two Queens. I would put it a 4. Or anything Blood and Ash, honestly. Plot-wise, I really enjoyed this. I thought that it was interesting. It was fast-paced. It kept me reading. I was so excited to get to it. There were so many times that I was freaking out. The first chapter starts exactly the way that you want it, and then it just explodes from there. I also really, really liked the character development in this book. Like, there was one moment where I was really afraid there was going to be this, like, towards the end, this thing happened that happens in a lot of fantasy, especially YA fantasy, and it didn't end up going the way that I thought it would, so I'm really glad that it didn't, because I was really afraid that it was going to be like this negative thing, and it really wasn't. I am definitely feeling spinoffs. Like, spinoffs are coming. I'm almost positive there are going to be spinoffs, and I think the first spinoff should probably be about Pride, and I don't know how I feel about that one, and y'all know how I feel about spinoffs in general, but like, I feel like this needs a spinoff. I'm kind of curious about a spinoff, but I also don't really like spinoffs. So like, I don't know. We'll see. But all in all, loved it. I mean, if you want a fantasy romance series, this is a perfect one for you. So there's that. I also have been reading a little bit more of, or listening to a little bit more of, These Twisted Bonds. That's going fine. I'm liking it. Maybe not as much as Kingdom of the Feared, but like, I'm still liking it. It's still a solid series. I still want to finish it. But the puzzle that I'm working on while I'm listening to it sucks. I'm on like the sky part, and it's just an actual nightmare, and I'm starting to think that none of these pieces actually fit anywhere at this point. But I don't even know what time it is. I think it's like 4. So I've got a couple hours until I have to go to church. So until then, okay, so next, what I'm thinking I'm gonna read next, I have like, this is basically the pile of books that I have left on my TBR this month, which is not a small pile. So I'm trying to think of what I want to read next. I am halfway through this as an ebook, so I might just like knock this one out. Maybe. I don't know if I have enough time to knock it out before I have to leave though. And I've been laying on this couch like all day, so I kind of want to like get up and do something. So I'm not sure, but I could probably knock this out in the morning before work. And then that means I can start this one tomorrow. Because I can get the ebook of this one too. I also have The Righteous, but I kind of need to like at least look up a summary of the first two, because like I remember a lot of things, but I know I don't remember everything. Then I have Ithaca, which I could read, which I feel like might take me a little bit longer because it seems kind of dense. Like, it's not super long, but it seems more dense than some other things I've been reading lately. I also have Halo, which I've already tried to read once and DNF'd it, so I'm a little bit nervous about it. And that one's not super short. But we'll see. And then I have All Hallows, which I kind of want to save for like a Halloween weekend, but I'm also like, that's not true. I have read very few adult horror, so I don't really know how it's gonna go. So I'm kind of nervous to leave it to the last minute. And then the last one I have is Fairy Tale, which is very long, and I do want to start this. Maybe I should start this next just because it is so long. But I also kind of just want to like knock out as many books as I can in this vlog so that it's not, so the stack doesn't look so overwhelming, you know? So I'm kind of thinking finish Burning Shadow or The Darkest Star either today or tomorrow, and start this one as my next ebook. And then I might knock this one out to be caught up on another series. And then I don't really know from there, but I need a break from sitting, so I'm gonna go take some of this footage off of my camera because I'm about to run out of space. Good morning. It is now Thursday morning. I do have to work today, but not until 12, so we've got the majority of the morning to just relax, which is good. Yesterday I literally laid on the couch like probably a good 90% of the day, and that is all I want to do today. But I can't, so it's fine. I work the next 3 days in a row, but it's fine. It's fine. I don't know why I'm complaining because I don't even work full time right now, but I am so tired all the time. And I have theories. I have theories regarding the medication I'm on and the health issues and symptoms and just lots of theories. But I can't fix any of it, so it's fine. So, plan for today. It is 9, so I have to leave in like 2.5 hours to get to work on time. A little bit less than that. So, I'm gonna read more of The Darkest Star. I'm like halfway through the ebook, so I'm gonna read more of that. And then I'm also thinking I might listen to more of These Twisted Bonds because I kind of want to work on that puzzle, even though that puzzle is driving me absolutely up the wall. It just, I can't wait to finish it so I can start a different one because I hate this one. So yeah, that's kind of my plan. It's going to be a super chill day. I am not feeling super great this morning, you know. We are having more good days than bad days. Today is not a good day, but it's fine. It could be worse. It's not like a bad day. It's just not a good day either, but it's fine. So I'm trying to resist climbing back in bed. I'm already dressed for work, so I don't know what I want to do first. Do I want to puzzle and listen to my audiobook, or do I want to read The Darkest Star? I kind of have this sneaking suspicion that if I read The Darkest Star, I'm gonna want to lay down and then I'm gonna fall asleep. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. So I might go work on the puzzle a little bit and listen to my audiobook. The one thing that sucks about Thursdays is I work until 7, but then on Fridays I work at 8 a.m. So it's like I come home, I go to bed, and then I'm like starting all over. And then I also work on Saturday this week from 8 to 5. So like the next 3 days are just kind of like keep going, keep going, keep going. And I am tired. So tired. I feel like a part-time schedule is almost harder than a full-time schedule. And I don't really know how to explain that other than like I thrive off routine, but I also hate routine. Like, I don't know, ADHD thing, I guess. But like, I was so tired all the time teaching, but I felt like I was a little bit more productive sometimes. Now it's like, I mean, I guess Tuesday wasn't so bad. I did things on Tuesday, but like Wednesday, I literally just laid on the couch all day. That was it. Worked on the puzzle a little bit, and then laid on the couch. And that was my day. So we'll see. I don't know. I'm gonna stop rambling now and go do something. So it is 7:45 now. I just got home from work, back in my sweatshirt. I'm in love with this sweatshirt. I'm probably never taking it off other than work for the rest of my life, or at least the rest of the cold seasons. So, reading. I have done a little bit more reading. I am like, Margo, why you gotta be annoying? I'm like 50% of the way through These Twisted Bonds, and it is getting so good. Everybody compares the series to ACOTAR, and that is so true. The first book is very much like ACOTAR mixed with The Selection, with a little bit of Cinderella vibes. Book 2 is like A Court of Mist and Fury. Like, it follows such a similar format but I'm not mad about it. Like, I love it and I'm obsessed with it and it's really good. So things are getting really, really good. So I definitely want to keep reading that. I'm also about 60% of the way through The Darkest Star, which is also getting good now. I feel like this whole book could have been like a third of the size that it is. And it's not even that long. It's like a 300 and something page book. But I feel like there's just so many unnecessary details and scenes and conversations happening, like, and it's a spin-off to the Lux series. And I don't understand because I didn't feel this way about Lux. Like, I felt like Lux was really, really good. And it's not that this series isn't good. It's just, it kind of reads like fan fiction. That's exactly what it's like. It reads like fan fiction. It reads like there's just so many conversations of like this girl, just like our main character at school, like at lunch, just like talking to her friends, and like it just seems like so many of their conversations, so many of the scenes, just they don't do anything. They don't do anything for the plot. They're not really doing much for character development. Like, they just, I'm kind of wondering why they're there other than to just take up space. And I feel like that's a complaint a lot of people have with a lot of Jennifer Armentrout's writing. And I've never felt that way until this book. And it's not to say that it's a bad book. Like, I'm still enjoying it. I feel like there's a lot of things that don't need to be there. And lots of people said that about Blood and Ash, and I completely disagreed there. I might see their point in this book, though. I kind of wish we would, like, get going on the plot. Just a little bit. I feel like every time, the most frustrating thing about this book is, like, Luke, the, like, secret alien guy that we don't know a whole lot about, he'll, like, say that he's gonna tell her things, and then, like, she'll go meet him, and he'll, like, say a sentence or two, and then something will happen, and he has to leave. And so it's like, we've had this like 4 or 5 times now where he's like gotten a sentence out and then like something happens and he's like, oh, I have to go, I'll tell you more later. And then it's just, it keeps going and going and going, and I'm like, I feel like we're dragging the mystery part on a little bit too long. And I also feel like most of this mystery is something that readers should already know, but I have forgotten a lot of things from the Lux series. But since it's a spinoff, like, a lot of it was learned in that series, and it's just that our main character of this book doesn't know the things that we already know. But I also don't really remember a lot of those things, so I'm kind of learning along with her, so maybe that's why it's more frustrating to me. Maybe if I had reread the Lux series first and remembered more. I don't know, we'll see. But I can't decide which one I want to read right now, because they're both getting really good, and I'm about the same amount, like, through each. Like, I'm a little bit further through this, The Darkest Star. And the other one's an audiobook. So I'm thinking I might read The Darkest Star because I can read it physically instead of listening to it as an audiobook. I also kind of want to work on my puzzle, but I don't know. I have to be back at work at 8 a.m. Thursday nights are the worst. I feel like I have no time. I also just kind of like completely unrelated, I mean related but like unrelated, have been in such a content slump. Like, I missed 2 videos. I did film one I actually like legitimately forgot I hadn't filmed anything, and Sunday came around and I was like, oh, whoops. I did film something for Wednesday, and I told y'all I was gonna edit it, and I didn't. And honestly, because it was a terrible video and I didn't like it. So I feel like I've been in a content slump. I've hit a creative block. So obviously we're gonna fix that. Like, we're gonna fix that. But that's where I've been. Slumped. But it's fine. We had a reading slump a little bit. We're picking that back up. Now we're having a little bit of content slump. It's okay. We're gonna pick it back up. It's gonna be fine. But you know, if you have any video ideas or things you want to see, let me know, because the brain is not working properly at the moment. And I'm rambling again, because that's what I do when I'm tired. Alright, I'm gonna go read something, I think. Okay, so it's 9:30 now, and I finished The Darkest Star. I was conflicted on this one, and I think I'm gonna go with 3.5 stars. I rounded it up to 4 on Goodreads because I feel like it had and has potential. And I wanted to like it more, and like I did like it. Like I enjoyed it, but I didn't enjoy it as much as I hoped I would. And I've kind of already outlined all of the reasons. Like none of that really changed. I kind of felt the same way throughout the whole book. There were some cool moments. There were definitely some moments that I really, really enjoyed. There were some really cool reveals and things. I mean, the like big reveal I knew pretty quickly. I'm not sure if I would if that's like from the Lux series or if I just figured it out really quickly or if like I should have known anyways. I don't know. But it was good. I liked it. I'm gonna read the second book, mostly because it's on my TBR. I think if the second book wasn't on my TBR, I don't know that I would care enough to keep going with the series. But I'm going to. And then I'll probably end up reading the third book because, you know, if I've read 2 out of 3, I might as well just finish the third one. We'll see. We'll see. But I have to work at 8 a.m., so I'm going to bed. And I think I'm going to end the vlog here because I need time to edit this vlog tomorrow and I work all day Saturday. So yeah, I'm going to end the vlog here and hopefully we have more reading vlogs coming up. And hopefully I get a lot more reading done next week because I am running out of time. So thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the little bell icon will notify you when I post. And I will see y'all in the next video. Bye!